Well, I would say I was that fundamentalist, first of all. In East Tennessee, I had some strong views on abortion, homosexuality, all these things. It was completely formed, that conversation for me was completely formed by the political culture and what I saw in the news and all that, you know. So I'd rip some liberals apart in debates, you know, and I had some serious stuff to say about abortion, but I didn't know anybody that had had an abortion. I had some serious stuff to say about homosexuality, but I didn't know any gay folks. And it was really in college where I got to know someone who was attracted to the same gender and thought God made a mistake in creating him. And he wanted to kill himself. And I thought to myself, this is more complicated than anything I've ever thought and all the words that I've used, you know? And I thought, and if this guy cannot find a safe place in the church, who have we become? So for me, those things that we talk about, they have to have flesh on them. They have to have life on them. And if we don't magnetize the same sort of people that Jesus magnetized, who have we become as a church? And Jesus his life just was so inviting to people who were broken and struggling and people who were marginalized, and so if our churches don't reflect that, then I think we have a lot of work to do to become more of the image of Jesus and more of the spirit of Jesus. And I also think that a lot of the problem is I call it selective fundamentalists, you know, like that we're fundamentalists on this, but when it comes to Sermon on the Mount or Jubilee, we're not, well, you know, we need to exegete those verses, you know. So anyway, but I think it is a great time because there are so many communities and congregations all over the country, I think, that are going, we want sexual minorities and people that are attracted to the same gender to be able to come here and work out who God's created them to be in a safe community, in a community of grace. And to me, I would say another thing is that almost all of our intentional communities have folks that are attracted to the same gender in them. And part of what we do is we create a space where people can live out their passions and find intimacy outside of just the nuclear family or a marital covenant, because I think what a lot of us are longing for is community. And one of my mentors is a celibate 60-year-old monk, and he says, we can live without sex, but we can't live without love. And to me, that's been really true, that we see people everywhere that have a lot of sex, but they don't have love. And there are a whole lot of people that I know that don't have any sex at all, but they experience deep love and community. And my buddy Rob Bell says some of the sexiest people I know are celibates, you know? So I think the idea that if we had communities where we honored singleness as well as marriage and family, that we would be much more reflective of church history and of different people's vocations and ability to follow after Jesus, because a lot of our heroes in the church are single people.